Nino, the 22nd of August, 2026. First, what exactly is El Nino? It's the warm phase of a natural cycle called the El Nino Southern Oscillation, or ENSO. Every few years, the trade winds that normally blow from east to west across the tropical Pacific weaken. Warm surface water that usually piles up near Indonesia and Australia slides eastward towards South America. Sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific rise by 1 degree Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius or more above average. This shifts rainfall patterns, jet streams, and storm tracks right around the planet. The cooler opposite phase is called La Nina. Peruvian fishermen noticed the warm water arriving around Christmas centuries ago and named it El Nino, the little boy or Christ child. Scientists only linked it properly to global weather in the 20th century. Big events happened in 1982 to 83 and 1997 to 98. Both caused widespread flooding, droughts and billions in damage. The 2015 to 16 event was another very strong one. The most recent previous event was the 2023 to 24 El Nino, which ranked among the stronger ones of recent decades and helped push global temperatures higher. Now to 2026. El Nino conditions began building in spring and were officially underway by early summer. By August, the central and eastern Pacific is running around 2.5 to 2.7 degrees Celsius warmer than normal in key monitoring regions, already in very strong territory and still intensifying. Forecasts from NOAA, the IRI, and other centers give a very high chance it continues through the northern winter of 2026 to 27, with a strong likelihood of peaking as a very strong or even historic event. Some models suggest it could rival or exceed the biggest ones on record. Why does this matter? El Nino doesn't create weather on its own, it loads the dice. Here's how different parts of the world are typically affected, especially during a strong event like the one developing now. In South America, the west coast of Peru and Ecuador often sees heavy rain and flooding, while the normally productive fisheries suffer because the cold, nutrient-rich upwelling weakens. Further south, parts of Chile, Argentina, and southern Brazil can get very wet. Northern South America, Colombia, Venezuela, northern Brazil, tends to turn drier, raising drought and wildfire risk. Across the Pacific, Indonesia, northern Australia, and parts of Southeast Asia usually face drier conditions. That means higher bushfire risk in Australia and more chance of peat fires and haze in Indonesia. India's summer monsoon can weaken, which affects farming for hundreds of millions of people. In Africa, southern regions often see reduced rainfall, while parts of East Africa can get wetter than usual. In North America, the southern United States and Mexico commonly turn wetter and stormier in winter, while the northern states and Canada can be milder. California and the Southwest often pick up more rain, helpful for drought recovery but also a flood risk. Hurricane seasons shift too. The Atlantic tends to be quieter because of stronger wind shear, while the eastern Pacific can become more active. Globally, El Nino releases extra heat from the ocean into the atmosphere, so the months after the peak, into 2027, often rank among the warmest on record. Of course, every El Nino is different, and climate change is raising the baseline temperatures on top of these natural swings. Local weather services will still give the best day-to-day forecasts, but the broad patterns are clear: more rain and floods in some places, drought and heat in others, and a temporary extra push to global temperatures. For more wildlife, climate, and environment news, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.